Dundee. I hope it wasn't a mistake to let it continue. Dundee was insistent on it, though. Lawler furiously ignoring the referee. He's going to disqualify him. Dundee just won't quit. Dundee was saying to the NWA official, I got my hair, I got my hair. What, Dundee wanted to continue?
Says his hair's at stake.
Okay.
He'll take all full responsibility. The NWA is not responsible for anything in this match.
NWA has withdrawn their intervention, and it goes on. And look at Dundee. Ooh, look at him now. Lawler just absolutely murdered him with a... Well, that was one of the great hair matches and one of the bouts between Dundee and Lawler. Here's another one that was right on Championship Wrestling, and some more action right back down at the Coliseum. You have never seen two contestants that battled each other as fiercely as the two of Jerry Lawler and Bill Dundee. Some of the classic confrontations in there, and you can better believe that when down the road those two got together, you can imagine what kind of a tag team. I just want to tell you, you do not want to go away, my friend, because a little bit later, one of the most incredible street brawls that I ever saw took place in the concession stand in Tupelo, Mississippi. We will have that for you later on Championship Wrestling. Right now, let's take time out for this. Okay, back to Channel 3's Championship Wrestling action coming up in just a moment. Tuesday night, yeah, back in the Garden on Tuesday, and I'm glad. Big action match, going to open up with 4 matches in there, 3 singles and a tag match, including Billy Robinson against Tony Charles, plus a 10-man tag elimination match, and then Handsome Jimmy goes against Rick Morton in a single Southern Tag Team title match when Rich and Dundee face Yamamoto and Gypsy Joe, but the final match of the night going to be Jerry the King Lawler back in full force and action against the Dream Machine. And if he can beat the Machine, he'll get a 5-minute match with Jimmy Hart. Jerry, I got to ask you, my golly, it's been 11 months. I've been around you long enough to respect that recuperative powers, but there's a lot of questions. Anybody that had 2 bones broken in their leg, been out, people got to wonder, is the King going to be back in full shape?
Well, they can wonder all they want to. The people can wonder, they can question, they can have all the doubts in their mind that they want to have. But down there Tuesday night, I'm going to erase each and every one of them. You know, a lot of people have been talking, especially Jimmy Hart and the Dream Machine, saying things like, what do you do with a racehorse when he breaks his leg? You shoot him, right? Well, let me tell you something, Hart. This is one horse that hadn't run his last race. I ain't ready. I'm going to say this, Hart. You better hope and you better pray that somebody does shoot me between now and Tuesday, because that's the only thing that's going to save you, punk. Because, you see, you got that Dream Machine. You went out and found an idiot, put a mask on him, brought him in here and think he's going to do me in. Well, you know, if you could win a match with your mouth, I might not show up down there Tuesday, because that's about all that fat slob can do is run his mouth. He's got Jimmy Hart convinced he can finish me off. Well, let me tell you something, Dream. I'm going to step over you just like walking over a piece of garbage, and I'm going to get to you, Hart. I don't care if you brought King Kong and Godzilla down there. Ain't nothing going to keep me from getting that 5 minutes, and there ain't going to be no referee in the ring, baby. Just you and I, Hart, and I'm going to have you back singing for drinks in those bars just where you were when I found you, punk. You remember that.
Okay, Jerry the King, and let me tell you, he is dead serious. Tuesday night, you will see it all. Okay, Championship Wrestling continuing here with what I think is the most exciting action footage that we'd like for you to take a look at. This particular footage with the Championship Wrestling cameras traveled to the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee, where Jerry the King Lawler came into second, a very good friend of his, Tony Charles, in a handicap match. And on the other side of the ring, the Dream Machine was the second for beautiful Bobby Eaton and for Jimmy Hart in that handicap match that they had with Tony Charles. I want you to see the action that took place outside the ring. This you'll want to see when Lawler and the Dream Machine have their first confrontation. Let's take a look. feature bout as a special match with stipulation. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this feature bout right here with special stipulations. First, we'll introduce the participants in this bout. It is a handicap match and will operate like a tag team, or at least it's supposed to on this side that has the keep watching, because confrontation that you don't want to miss will be coming up here. This is the introductions and so forth to the handicap match. Bobby Eaton, Jimmy Hart facing Tony Charles. Now remember, in this match, Charles's hair was up against the loser of the other team. Whoever lost the fall would have to leave town. Jerry Lawler, to be sure that Tony got a fair shake out of it with Hart and Eaton in there, came out to simply second the team to second Tony Charles, and the Dream Machine came out to second the team of Hart and Eaton. Okay, let's get back as it actually happened. The former junior heavyweight champion, Tony Charles. And in his corner, sitting at ringside, will be Jerry. For the stipulations on this match, in the event that Tony Charles should lose this, he has agreed to put his hair at stake, and our resident barber, Mr. Leg, is here, clippers in hand.